Now let's look at the project. We'll select projects. We'll select our accelerometer joystick project. As you see here, we're also sending our commands to the dynamic text for joystick X and Y. Let's go look at the accelerometer settings. We're using both the X and the Y axis. Our command strings are for X is S1 and Y we're sending S2. Now if we click on the local commands, we'll get a pop-up where you see that the dynamic text for the AXT is selected. We could change the format, how our numbers are being sent. But the thing to note here is our allowed orientation is landscape only. The accelerometer will only work in landscape. We have the maximum angle. This is how far you have to tilt your device to reach the min or max values. Then we have dead zone, that's help with sensitivity. And we also have our send interval delay. How often do you want to send commands if they changed? Now let's go into edit mode. Here you can see we can move things around, we can resize them. We'll click on a joystick for our joystick properties. See, we're using both the X and Y axis here, sending the same commands, S1 for X, S2 for Y. Our local commands, that's what's updating the text on the screen. Hit save. Note also, this one's set for allowed orientation, portrait only. We can change our background colors or the handle color. Hit save. Now we'll click on the plus icon at the top to add a new component. Here's all the available components. We're going to select the toggle switch. Now we can move this around, resize. We'll click on it, we'll change the color. And we'll hit save. Now we'll hit the checkbox, get out of edit mode, play with our switch. I apologize for the cropped portrait views. It's tough when you're mixing portrait and landscape. Let's go over to landscape now. Here you'll see it's our green button that we added. Let's go edit. And we'll move the green button for the landscape and resize it. Let's go have a look at the calibrate button. Sending a value of 0 disables the accelerometer, 1 enables it, and 2 calibrates it. We click on local commands, you'll see the accelerometer selected, ACC. Now you'll note this is also it's a momentary type switch and it's also set for landscape only. Okay, let's hit save. And the checkbox, get out of edit mode. And let's go home. Now we'll look at the Arduino example code. Once you have the Control MP library installed, you can go over to File, Examples, find Control MP. We'll be using UDP and select our servo accelerometer joystick example. Here we have a bunch of comments at the top. This has all the information on the components that need to be added and the command strings. If you don't want to build the project from scratch, you can download it. Here's the access code. We include the Control MP library header file and also the servo header file. And we define our servo pins. We create a Control MP object with the name Control. Servo objects. And here's where you'll have to change your SSID and password for your network. I'm using port 8051 and I'm giving ESP8266 a static IP of 1.22. In setup, we attach our servos. We call control begin UDP. Here's where we pass in our UDP port and also the terminating character that we used in our commands. Next, we'll set up our listeners. This will call the servo1 function anytime an S1 command comes in. And we set up another one for servo2. And we connect to our Wi-Fi. Now let's go to the loop. In the loop, all we do is call control get data UDP, see if we have any UDP packets available. Here we have our servo1 callback function. Data is the value for this command, and command is the actual command itself, S1 in this case. You don't have to have multiple callback functions. You can have one callback function and check the command to see which command was actually sent. Convert the value to an integer. We do our servo write. I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of Control MP. Thanks for watching.